Hey friends, it's Marie and welcome back to my channel and welcome back to my Christmas album series. Now this is video 4 in my series. If you've missed videos 1 through 3, I will have links down below where you can go back and watch those. My last video I made this 2-page layout with pockets in it, and now we're going to go ahead and make the next set of pages in my book. These are just pages that have sort of little doors or flaps you can open to reveal a picture or anything else that you might want to put behind it. So I missed filming when I cut out those layers that are already on the pages, but all I did for that was take the layering die that goes with that page size, cut out my pattern paper, and glued them down. So that's pretty straightforward. I am now adding these flaps, these little doors that you can lift and open to reveal something behind, and I've cut those out of my base paper, which is a 12 by 12 ivory cardstock. It's a really good sturdy cardstock. I would suggest for your book to get the base paper, the one that builds your cover, your pages, and maybe these flap pages. Get a good sturdy cardstock, maybe 110 pounds or even more. You want this book to be sturdy, and of course when you're layering other papers and embellishments over the top, you really want it to hold up. So what I've done is I've taken those little pieces, those little pages, I've cut them out, scored the little flaps, put some adhesive on, and adhered them down to my page. I put them right over that pattern paper that I put on the bottom of the page to line up the scallops so they look even with the page, and then adhere them down to the edge wherever that may be. So I'm also wanting to put some matting behind these pages. I'm using some more of that crimson silk cardstock. It's red, it's got a little shine, a little texture, it's really gorgeous, and I'm lining that up as well. I'm not so much lining up the pages to each other, I'm lining up the scallops and making sure that they are centered. And when I open and close that page, since I have all those scallops lined up with my base one, they all line up. Hopefully that makes sense. So I might have to put this matting paper a little bit on that flap I've adhered down, or a little bit off to the side, but wherever it may be, wherever it lines up with those scallops, that's where I want it. I want things to look centered and just like they belong there. So I've gone ahead and I've cut those 2 layering pieces with crimson silk to layer behind those doors that open, and I've glued them down with my Nouveau Deluxe glue. Now, I've mentioned in my previous videos that I am using the Prima Christmas in the Country collection. This is designed by Frank Garcia, and they are such gorgeous papers. I'm just showing you here that these are the layering dies, the memory book dies. They fit perfectly on 6x6 papers, the layering pieces. The largest page you can cut out a full page. It's just not going to have that flap on the end. You're not going to have enough room for that, but if you want to cut out that full page to fully layer on top of one of your base pages, you absolutely can. If you want to cut out a page to have a flap that opens with the largest one, you're going to have to use a bigger piece of paper. But I am using another piece of that Christmas in the Country to cover this little door here. I'm trying to select patterns that go well together. I love that barn, and I thought the barn wood pattern on the base page would be fantastic, and just it would go. And these are actually both the same piece of pattern paper. There are duplicates of the pattern paper in each 6x6 pack. I've just arranged my little matting die differently on each page, so it looks like a different pattern, but it was both the same page. So now I'm just going to embellish, and I am doing that using lots of different things from this Christmas in the Country collection. I am showing you here that I'm using some honey gold cardstock from Tonic. This is gorgeous, and I think it works really well for different embellishments and trimmings in this book. I'm using this tabs die to cut out all these little tabs from the honey gold cardstock, and I think the Nouveau Deluxe glue has been my best friend in this memory album because it just works so well with adhering things down. You can also use tape runner adhesive, but sometimes with getting all of those matting pieces, those layering pieces on straight and where I want them, it helps to have a little bit of wiggle room when I'm using the liquid glue. So I am gluing on some of these tabs that I've cut out with that honey gold on the end of these flaps, and it just lets the recipient or whoever's flipping through this book know that they can open these pages. It kind of just makes that a little bit more obvious, and it adds some shine. And I think Christmas needs to be shiny and glittery and over the top. And I know I say that in every Christmas video where I'm making something Christmassy, but I really do believe it. So I'm also putting on some of these chipboard ephemera pieces. These are stickers, so you can go ahead and stick them down on your page, but I don't quite trust that sticker adhesive, so I go ahead and add a little bit more deluxe glue to my stickers as well. Those flowers you see on there are also from Christmas in the Country. They're gorgeous little poinsettias, and they have some crystals and glam on the edges of the petals, and they're just gorgeous. I love them. And these chipboard pieces, they also have a lot of sentiments and words and signs that you can add on here. And I'm kind of embellishing in the corners of my pages. And the reason I'm doing that is if you want to go back and add little photos or little ephemera or just keepsakes from the holidays, you can go ahead and go and add them. And it kind of looks like a pre-made frame for all of your pieces. So that completes this page, those flip doors. Super easy to do. If you have any questions, please post them down in the comments. Otherwise, I have a supply list of everything I've used. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, tap the bell for notifications, share, and do all the things. And I'll be back with another video showing more pages in this book. So I hope you're enjoying this little tutorial, this little series, and I'll be back in a bit to show you some more. So have a great day, guys. Bye.